Yo, do you see what I'm doing? Yo, do you see-
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Monday, which means we've got another Slasher Town coming right for you. But this time, it's kind of a more wholesome one, guys. I mean, there will still be blood, and there will still be scares, and there will still be a lot of trauma. But it will be based off of ET tonight. So, that's a plus. That's I think that's pretty fun. How are we doing? Oh, shoo, you made it. Cool. Thanks. Gaiaka, Erdinsk, I see you. J Pistol, hashtag wholesome trauma. Please don't make that a thing. I would like for that to not be a thing. Thanks. Uh, uh, B. Winfrey. Oh, Sylviana, you're here. Cool. Sid the Friend. Wow, so much fun stuff. Y'all, I know we have a ton of fun stuff, but we also I think you can see. Is it? Oh, the watermark is not in the corner at the moment, but we do have. I got to shout out some things for our friends at Canva, because guess what? There is a fan art contest promotion. So you're gonna submit your fan art, and we're gonna pick some fan art and showcase it, and you're gonna get some cool prizes. So entries are open now through September 7th. You want to go to canva.me/TWD to explore the Walking Dead Canva collection. Also check out our VOD. We have a really awesome stream where we showcase some of this, and we talked about our theories, in which truly Chelsea and I had just like a knockdown, drag out fight about everything that was going to happen. Then use and Clark too. Then use the collection elements plus items from the regular Canva library to create your own undead masterpiece. And then once you've created your fan art, go to share at the top right. View only link and copy it, and then go to designingdeadwithcanva.com and paste your link in the entry form to enter to win. We'll be picking 20 finalists, and then starting in early October, you can vote for your favorite pieces of art. And the top 5 artists will win a trip to the Walking Dead finale event in Los Angeles in November. Sorry. I am reading this out loud. I'm reading this for the first time, and that is a really cool prize. Wait, that's so cool. Wait, what? Can I submit? Oh, whoa! Sorry, I like doing things live. This is my real reaction to this. This is great. Camera will love that I'm doing this. We'll be picking 20 finalists, and starting in early October, you can vote for your favorite pieces of art, and the top 5 artists will win a trip to the Walking Dead finale event in Los Angeles in November, where their art will be featured on site. What the? That is like, that's like crazy. Okay, pro tips for what you can share. Here's some pro tips. You want to look through the pre-made templates to get inspiration, or check out the VOD where my PowerPoint was clearly the best one of all of ours, and see what elements are available. When you're in your own template, search at Designing Dead. You need to make sure that you get that at in there in the elements panel to find special elements from the collection. You can also copy elements from pre-made templates in the collection and paste them into your own designs. There's a walkthrough video that you can check out, and there's all sorts of fun stuff and ways to win a trip to the Walking Dead finale. Like, y'all, the way that I'm trying to get to that finale, and I've been on this channel for 2 years, and you can just have some fun making some cool art and wind up there. Like, listen, I don't know if I will be there, but one of you, 5 of you who are watching this, will probably be there. Okay, so you're gonna go. Maybe you'll meet me, and that's kind of fun for itself. You can win a trip to potentially meet me, y'all. What more do you want? Me, I'm everywhere. Are you kidding me? I have like 1,000 followers on Instagram. That's major. Anyway, anyway, that's cool. I haven't checked the vmix. Am I getting yelled at? Okay, no. I'm actually getting. Actually, people love this. Yo, I said this in the vmix, but like we're all like in like a. I feel like it's gonna be a spicy one tonight. Now it's gonna be like the most boring episode. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's gonna be so much fun. But y'all, come on. You gotta do the Canva. It actually, honestly, truly, it is a lot of fun, and a lot of my friends like swear by Canva. So I'm now one of those friends, and maybe they'll take me to the Walking Dead premiere or finale. Ooh, yes, we're getting shout outs from our team here about how good Canva is. So there's that. You know what? We're gonna have some fun, and I think we might want to get oh, whoa. We have a special guest, Eliza, who has a baking show that I'm now going to be tuning into all the time because we love food more than anything here in Fear the Walking Dead. That isn't connected to for y'all, but that was intensely connected for me over here on my side. Anyway, anyway, y'all, I think what do you think about we start some Slasher Town, yeah? Just 8 minutes in, and I classically never go over. So let's roll the intro. Welcome to Slasher Town, the safest town in the USA. Don't believe what you read in the papers about Wyatt Wilder, the concrete surfer, Hazel Morrison, the know-it-all, and Penny Chu, that dumb cheerleader who claimed they were chased by a ghost face, caught him, and took his mask off, revealing not a head, but a void of nothing. Come This is Slasher Town. You know it. You've probably been there. That tiny suburban town that you're imagining? That's Slasher Town. Our friends went deep into a cave the other night. That's Penny, Hazel, and Wyatt, in pursuit of a small spider like creature known as a spinner. And in that cave, they were chased by some humanoid like monsters until they successfully found their spinner friend, who they lovingly call Naomi. But Naomi was a bit confused. And in her bit of confusion, she bit Wyatt as they were exiting the caves. And so it only makes logical sense that tonight we start with Wyatt. Wyatt, who is alone in his room. He's made a nest for Naomi out of sweaters, and he's bandaged up his bite with, what? How did you bandage up your bite, Wyatt?
I smeared chocolate and poured rubbing alcohol on it, and then I wrapped it in an old tube sock. I did not have access to gauze.
Chocolate and tube sock and rubbing alcohol.
Thank you.
It's early morning for Wyatt. And what time do you usually get up, Wyatt?
When the when the chickens start chirping in the backyard.
There's no clocks in this room. The chickens are chirping in the backyard. Light is streaming through the window to your room. The sound of the morning chickens purring outside, waking you up. The light bouncing around the room and landing on that bundle of sweaters slightly covered in chocolate and rubbing alcohol from your attempt to heal your bite. And of course, on top, Naomi. Naomi, who doesn't quite look like that spider you're accustomed to. In fact, she looks a bit like a large head with a flat top, a wrinkly, raisin-like little body, a distinct wobble in the way she moves, big eyes that are at once heartbreaking and curious. She speaks as you wake up. Wyatt. E.T. phone home.
Okay. So you can say my name, but you have to understand that this is like the coolest day in the world for me. I love that movie. We were talking about that in the cave. And then you turn into this. Can you turn into any? Do you just shapeshift? Because you were like a human, and then you were sort of a spider, and now you look like this, which is like a shrinky dink human. You know what I mean? Did you ever have a shrinky dink? You kind of like heated them up, and then they got all wriggly. Are you okay?
E.T. we'll call her E.T. for now on. E.T. looks at you their head kind of tilts, and they just say, "Shrinky dink."
Okay, I'm gonna go get a dictionary and we're gonna just power through this. I will spend a full hour just reading words to try to increase ET's vocabulary and actually study a bit for the quiz at the end of the week. Wait, we're in the middle of summer. There are no quizzes. I'm in summer school? No.
No. Can we get get snippets of you teaching ET some words?
Yeah, let's just cut into a couple words. Rhinoplasty. I don't know when that's going to come up, but that seems important.
Rhinoplasty.
Gargantuan.
Gargantuan.
Okay, now this is a big one, so stay with me. It's not in the book, but supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Even though the sound of it might seem atrocious.
Okay, you got a little bit ahead of me, but I'm not gonna deduct points for that. You're amazing. And then we can kind of move to the end, where I will absolutely be feeding Reese's, offer ET some Reese's Pieces, only like 3 or 4, and then I'll just full Go-Gurt the rest of the bag into my mouth.
Can we do an empathize check?
I would love to.
Let's add 2 because you've spent hours, plus 2 because you've spent so much time with ET.
Empathize. That's a mind check. So we'll do 4 plus 2. We'll get there. We'll see. Hey! Oh!
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah!
That's how we start a game. Was that too loud? Was I too enthusiastic?
That was great.
I'm sorry, everybody.
No, that was amazing. Can you describe for me in words the bond that you feel toward ET, and I just want to give you space to unpack that, since your success was amazing.
Yeah, I feel more bonded to ET than I do any chicken in the backyard. I feel more bonded. I've never felt so seen by another living individual, except for when I look into Hazel's eyes. I feel as though I have a new best friend. And I want to clarify, best friend is not a single individual. A best friend is a classification of individual. You go acquaintances, friends, good friends, close friends, then best friends. They're sitting at the top, and there's room for plenty up there, and ET's one of them now.
That's amazing. After your supercalifragilisticexpialidocious talk and the intense bond that you feel, ET's heart glows for a moment. And in your own body, you feel a strong sense of warmth as ET just gives you a big smile. And then ET sort of turns and starts wobbling sort of toward out of your bedroom. ET phone home. ET phone home.
Hey, I mean, if you want to go somewhere quick, we can take a skateboard, take a bike. Have you ever? Oh, you know what? I've got like one of those radio flyer wagons from when I was little, and sometimes I need to spread out some birdseed. You could ride in that, and then I'll hop on a bike. You can pull me. No, okay, that might not be the best. You know what? I got a little basket. I can duct tape that to the front of a bike, and then we can get going. Maybe we'll go check on Penny. She might know how to get you to phone home.
Rhinoplasty.
Don't say that to Penny. That's super mean. She has a beautiful nose. Let's get going.
ET phone home. So what do you want to do?
Yeah, I will take a minute, and unfortunately, I don't have a bicycle that I can use. However, I do have an old school Razor scooter, which I will affix a picnic basket to the front of, so that ET has a place to ride.
Great. And because it's early morning in the middle of summer and you want to fix ET to your Razor scooter and go to Penny to find out where to go, we're gonna hop over to, you know where Penny's gonna be, and we're gonna hop over to Penny. Penny, where do we find you this morning?
Penny is at the local CSA where she volunteers. Although volunteer is a loose term because some of the CSA people might say that she's kind of a dictator in how she dictates which vegetables are planted and where. But Penny doesn't think that. Penny just thinks, wow, there's an order to the universe. And if we don't follow it, why not? Let's find out.
Great. And for perhaps people that aren't aware what the CSA is, what is the CSA?
It's a community garden, and so people volunteer there, and it's like a community share association, I think is a technical term for it, where and so anyone from the community can come and they can volunteer their time, and then not that anyone from Slashertown does, because most people from Slashertown kind of buy at the quick and save, but you know, if people wanted organic vegetables, Penny and her family felt it was very important to create that space for the community.
And who's the person that you're at the CSA with right now?
There's a person there. Their name is Blipsy Plokipsy.
Yes.
Oh,
Coming in hot.
Bipsy Blipsy. Great. Let me just write that down. Yeah, and Blipsy is carrying just like a crate full of, I'm gonna say, potatoes. And Blipsy, I want to Cape Cad. Blipsy from Poughkeepsie is like, Penny, hi. I was just wondering where we're gonna put these potatoes. If we're gonna plant them in the CSA. I've never been to a CSA before, but I'm excited to volunteer under your intense reign. People say your reign's
Thank you
really
so
intense here at the CSA.
Thank you for acknowledging that it's a reign, because that's how I personally think of my relationship with this community, Blipsy, Poughkeepsie. And I think that these potatoes should go in the storage cellar right over there. And that way we can just put them there. They can just kind of hang out there, and, you know, anyone can come and grab potatoes. Blipsy, Poughkeepsie.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go put these. I'm gonna put these potatoes in the cellar for you. Now my voice kind of changed a little bit because I got kind of nervous, so I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go put these in the cellar. And Blipsy turns and walks down the cellar. Walks down the cellar, the dark, terrible, cold cellar. As you are standing on the field, and you see in the distance, on a razor scooter, you see Wyatt. And you see it. I want our community to imagine this as a very like Spielbergian shot. You see like two wrinkled hands around Wyatt's waist. I'm assuming, is that how we're writing, Wyatt?
No, I did a very impractical stuck ET in a basket on the front of my scooter.
Duh. I'm so sorry.
It's totally fine.
I got concerned. Yeah, ET is on a basket on the front of your razor scooter. You're pedaling, and ET is just like, you just hear Penny. You almost hear it before you come. You hear ET phone home. And Wyatt, you're rolling into Penny. What do you do?
Hey Penny, Naomi's ET now. I don't know why, but we gotta do this today.
So the thing that was the spider that got us in the cave from the grill of a fish of whale
of a time.
It.
Yep. Oh. Started as a human, became a spider, now is an ET, and wants to phone home.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I thought it was your hands, and you just like hadn't moisturized in a long time, and I was gonna say like you should really moisturize because that's like something that's very important to all of us, and instead we need to, you know what? Let's get ET home.
Skincare should be the lowest priority right now. We got to get this alien back to space.
You say that. Is that chocolate on your
skin? Oh no, that's sorry. My sock fell down. I gotta scooch that back up. I got bit. It's fine.
You know, I have a lot of questions, but I also don't really want Blipsy to know what's going on. So all right, how do we get this thing home?
Blipsy here?
Yeah. You know Blipsy?
And on that, the door to the cellar swings open, and a cold draft exits the cellar, and Blipsy comes out sort of empty-handed, and she's like, oh, hi there. Oh, now I'm from North Dakota. It's so cold in that cellar. It just takes the accent right away from you, changes it. Hi. Oh, hi there, Wyatt. Who's your little raisin friend? You look a
you know
lot like...
Furbies? They make them with no fur now. Now it's just a skin bee.
Ooh,
Ew.
charm check.
Oh, you don't like? Was it because I used the word skin bee? Skin bee?
Yes, exactly. That's 100% why.
Also, while you're doing that check, I just want to remind our viewers that we've got ways to contribute to this game. You can spend bits to add a die, which gives a player an additional die to roll. You can do a re-roll. You can give a player a re-roll so they can roll right over again. You can give an auto 1, that's me giving someone a failure, an auto 6, that's an automatic success. Oh, like that one. Or an obsession, where I will come up with a character that has an obsession that you put into the game. Do you want a character who's obsessed with a piece of pop culture like Barbie? We can make that happen. Whatever you want. I forgot to do that because I loved the Walking Dead gift so much that you can get from Canva. Thanks, Canva. Anyway, back in the game. Blipsy sort of like comes back. You saw her soul leave her body for a moment. She's like, sorry, I don't know what happened there. How? She's just like, oh, one of those Furbies. Yeah, I gotta get one of those skinless Furbies. I'm allergic to the stuff that they put in pillows, and the same stuff that they put in pillows helps you go right to sleep. It helps you. It's also on Furbies, so I can never use them.
Wow.
And
It's
she's
so
like,
much to know where you're from. Yeah,
yeah, I'm sort of from everywhere and nowhere. Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna find can I go on my break? Can I take a fiver? I wanna use this fiver to figure out stuff about Furbies. And then she
Absolutely.
Blipsy immediately she pulls out her phone and she's like, no signal around here. And she just sort of wanders back into the house, content on buying a Furby, a skinless Furby online. E.T. phone home.
So does your
Oh,
phone reach to space, or how are we going to do this?
no.
Oh.
No, my phone, there is no signal in Slasher Town, pretty much anywhere.
What?
Like, ugh.
No, I know, but your phone had like a fish in it, so I didn't know if it was magic.
No, and after this, we're going to talk about technology and also fish and how that's not magic. But for right now, the only thing that I can think of that could maybe get a signal to space is a really large satellite or maybe a large telescope or some kind of large observatory with a giant telescope or satellite.
E.T. phone home.
Oh,
Okay.
oh yeah. And Penny goes to grab some gloves and puts them on ET, so it doesn't look like there's some skinless skin bee, and it just looks like someone who is very afraid of the sun. So yeah, this is this might have to be we call up Hazel and see kind of thing. I have broken into you know a satellite adjacent area, but it's always nice to have backup, and that was more of like a team situation, you know?
Yes.
Team.
Oh wow, you know a lot of words.
You know it's right in the middle of ET? Wait, no, team. Darn it. Okay, let's go.
Okay. You got any more room on the Razor scooter?
I mean, if you just want to take it, I could run beside you.
Oh, it's a Tom Cruise situation. All right.
I mean, don't compare me to that
and he
guy.
gets
Come
on
on.
the. I know he's so much faster.
Friend.
Penny jumps on the scooter and yeah, makes sure to readjust the covering so that ET doesn't get skin cancer, even though you know she's not sure. The skin is important, you know.
No.
So-
Wyatt
so
rips like
ET
9
got-
pixie sticks and just charges behind Penny.
Ooh, great. I love that. I love the pixie sticks as power. Great. So y'all take off toward Hazel's house. And let's cut over to Hazel. So we're at Hazel's home. Specifically, we're in the living room where Hazel and her mom, Jezebel, are doing their favorite activity together, which is what, Jezebel? What's your favorite activity to do with your daughter?
Well, I don't know if Hazel likes this, but I really like jazzercise. So I'm
Oh,
probably practicing a routine and asking my daughter to help me with some moves.
this is
Does she have
this
a
is
voice?
excellent. I I'm gonna give you the so mom, if I can call you mom. So with that, I like it because you like it, but I am so incredibly awkward about it. So you're really
Honey,
encouraging.
honey, I know. And yes,
Yes.
you can call me mom. You can always call me mom. That was only that one time we ran into my ex-boyfriend from high school. Remember?
Oh yeah, that guy was awful. What did you see in that guy?
I mean, he was very cute 20 years ago. Uh, but anyway, you're doing great, honey. I like this. I think I'm going to incorporate that move you're doing with your fists. That's great. It's like a turning fist thing.
Yeah, it's I mean I'm trying to follow the instructions, but it's just there should be like a diagram for this. Like, how do people even move their I feel so self-conscious about my arms right now. I don't know how people move their arms. Is it supposed to make you feel not human? Like, I don't understand.
No, sweetie, you're doing great. That's the thing. I just think if you did jazzercise with me every Saturday in my classes that I teach at the library, you would gain so much more confidence and coordination. Just need to do more of it. A lot of it in excess.
Okay, okay. And yeah, that's what we're doing. We are jazzercising it up. I want to think we have like the neon outfits, the sweatbands,
Oh, yeah.
like everything.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I feel like, are y'all watching like are you doing this along to a jazzercise DVD? Incredible, Jezebel. I love the hands. Are you doing this along to a DVD?
Mm-hmm. Totes. Yeah.
Um, Amazing, amazing. So this DVD is playing. Y'all are going along to it, and yeah, it's playing, and I love this daughter. We're seeing some real daughter mother bonding here between Jezebel and her mom Hazel. Yes. And
Yes.
then something kind of weird happens to the TV. The TV flickers for a moment. And then you see bum bum ba bum breaking news alert. And then you see the Slasher Town news anchor Melina Paul, and she's like, the cave system discovered a cave system discovered. Sorry, first day, breaking news. Okay, okay. The cave system is discovered and then collapsed in Slasher Town yesterday afternoon, brutally killing. And then it flashes to more breaking news, and it's like breaking news alert. And the camera cuts again away from Melina as she's talking about this cave system collapsing, and it cuts to Mayor Slasher Jr. With his little pencil mustache and his stupid dimples and his winning smile. And he's standing in front of the cave system, right in front of Wilder Construction Co. And he says, sorry to interrupt, folks, but we wanted to let you know that the person that was killed in the cave was not. Yeah, it turns out there was nobody there, nobody in those caves, but somehow Art McGarkle, local Slasher Town artist, he did the sculpture out front of Town Hall, was working on a project, an installation of a body made entirely of beets in the cave. And when it collapsed, it looked like so much blood, but it turns out beet juice. And then he holds up a beet and he says, we killed the shark last week, and we're on the beat today. Also, and much bigger, much more important news than cave system collapsing, don't think about that, we're excited to be launching Slasher Town's first international radio station. That's right, Slasher Town will now be getting in the podcasting and radio telecommuting business. We repurposed a section of Slasher Town Hall and government offices in order to make more contact with cities around the globe. It'll be opening soon. See? Caves. What caves? Anyway, back to your jazzercise. And then the camera flickers away and it goes right back to what jazzercise, the jazzercise video y'all
The
were watching. It's
Jazzercise
all
DVD channel, yes. Mm-hmm.
the jazzercise DVD channel.
Mm-hmm. They just play DVDs of Jazzercise on a loop on that channel. Honey, that did not sound believable at all, right?
No, not man. That just it sounds way too good to be true, right?
I mean, the beats, that whole thing. There have been a lot of dangerous things happening in this town, a lot of young people dying. I don't trust this mayor at all. I think he's covering it all up.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past Mayor Slasher Jr. I mean, sharks that are half worm, like what? What's that? That sounds preposterous. And large spiders. Yeah, what caves with people dying in them. Yeah, that's not
Honey,
my Slasher Town.
I have to ask, do you know about what's going on? Are you around these things when they're happening? I'm just worried about your safety. So many people die in this town.
Oh, the cave was kind of close to my friend Wyatt's dad's place, but I think I think we're fine. I'm okay. Thanks for thinking of me, Mom.
I know I work a lot and I have several jobs, but I just want you to know I'm here for you. Just come to my work if you ever are in trouble, okay? And you have my schedule still, right?
I pull out this very meticulous schedule that I have in my pocket at all times. Like,
oh wait,
like
here.
if you,
Yeah, I'd grab it, a pencil with an eraser, and I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm at the library activities center on Saturdays now. There you go. That's the most update one. Okay.
I star all the times where I'm out of school, so I know quickly where I can find her on my off hours, and I highlight lunch times too. And I'm like, yes, I got it all right here. I'll be fine, Mom. You
All
you
right.
taught the best. You're good at this.
Thanks, Hazel. It's hard being a single working mom.
It is.
Sometimes I just want to listen to Beyonce and quit my jobs, but I can't. There's too many of them.
I know. But we got to remember Beyonce is literally a billionaire and she can honestly do whatever she wants.
Yeah, that's true.
I
was
do
bad
wish I could
advice.
wake up and be Beyonce, though. I can dream.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
And I do my best lemonade pose and and I fall. Oh, man.
Oh, Jezebel, can you do a lead check?
A lead check?
Yes. Can you do a lead check for me?
What do I roll for that?
It
Oh,
would be
I
your
see.
Heart.
Heart. Okay.
So for you,
So
it's
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, 66. No 6s.
Oh, okay, yeah, but not
But
a
no
complete
ones.
fail. So I'm gonna say exactly. I'm gonna say that what happens to you here after this speech, this motivating speech, and this conversation that y'all have had, I think you begin to see. I think you begin to see your daughter in a different light, slightly. I think you see that just the act of motivating her, that y'all can both be Beyonce, and doing jazzercise, just the conversation isn't enough to solve her own insecurity in herself. And I think that's something that you you then know that though this was a communicative moment for both of you, it wasn't exactly the sort of progress in her own like self-building that I think you were hoping for. However, if you're not happy with that result, you do have an added die and a reroll should you want to make an
Ew.
attempt.
I would love to re-roll this because I want to
let's
understand my
reroll.
daughter and her needs. Okay. Re-rolling. Come on, sixes. Yes.
Yes, 1-6. So I'm actually gonna flip your success. I'm gonna do a little GM robbery. I'm gonna flip your success over to Hazel, and I would love to hear a little bit about how your mom's conversation and inspirational speech affected you.
As my mom gets back to, her jazzercise routine after we have our heart to heart, I look back at the schedule. I look at her working really, really hard, and I can't help but let that motivate me because it has to be for something, right? So even though we might miss out on a lot of time, my mom is still very much my biggest role model. I see her just giving it her all, and it definitely reinvigorates me and it makes me want to give everything my all, all over again. So, yeah, super inspirational. Lights a fire. I love my mom.
Oh, I'm gonna say for that moment, because this is such a tender, soft moment we haven't had in a while. I'm gonna say that tonight in one of your stats, when you're activating it with your mom, you get to pick, and you can pick when we get to it. You get a +1 die, and we'll
Awesome.
call it like the mom effect for Hazel. And on this realization, there's a sudden knock on the door. And it is, or it doesn't have to be a knock, but Wyatt and Penny, how would you like to make yourselves known that you are now at this house outside?
Penny is going to throw a rock at the window.
Okay, force check.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Let's meet my friends.
Vandalism.
That'd be great.
Oh, thank God.
So you describe how that rock worked.
So Penny finds a small rock and then just calculates the perfect placement for it, throws it, and then starts waving frantically and whispering, That's what her whispering sounds like, yes.
Mortifying.
Me, I'm so attuned to Penny's whispers. It's truly a very unique frequency, along with the help of the rock, tapping my window. And let's just say it wasn't the rock. It was truly Penny's, incessant just hiss. I say, I'll go check it out and I'll run. I'm sure Mom is just completely distracted. So I'll run to the window and I hope to sight them. And I'll open the window and say, "What are you doing? What's wrong?"
Okay, that's going to be a sneak check for you, and you don't get mom advantage on this one because you're actively trying to
Right.
to not deal with your mom.
Let's see if I can sneak from Mom. Nice.
Okay, cool. You sneak past her to the window. Mom, you're back in your jazzercise routine. It's looking
Okay.
great.
Feeling the burn.
Penny.
Yeah, Hazel, describe what you see out your window.
Oh, well, so I'm guessing you guys rode off to the side of the house and you tapped on that window closest to the living room. So I pull my window up. You guys are in our petunias. You're ruining our bushes. And I see Penny standing there. And Wyatt is on his scooter with this thing. Did y'all hide it at all? Did you just ride here with it like this?
Penny was able to put a burlap sack thing over ET because she was worried about melanin and skin cancer for this creature.
We could say it was like my sweatshirt.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's a
All
sweatshirt.
right.
It was a sweatshirt. Yeah.
So they have like this thing covered on there. I'm like, what? Hey, Penny, Wyatt, what's going on, guys? And they're just standing in my petunias, and they've got their scooter, and I don't know what is going on under that jacket, but it is moving and it looks lumpy.
And just to flip from the perspective of the jacket of what's going on for ET, ET is looking through the little slits in the zipper of the jacket because it's a zippered jacket, and he's looking through the slits and he is seeing Hazel through the window, and automatically he just has this overwhelming feeling that she is the most beautiful woman that he has ever laid eyes on.
I take it all back. I'm gonna kill this little son of a bitch.
All it took.
That's all it takes.
I still have no idea
Yeah.
what's under this jacket.
Penny just puts a finger to her mouth, and then slowly unzips the hoodie that says "Let us turn up the beat" and shows inside ET, and then slowly rezips the hoodie and is like, "You need to come outside."
If you keep pissing at me, I'm gonna be
And then
This is a normal whisper voice.
after Penny says that, you hear the little creature in the sweater go,
Oh man. I'm gonna yell to my mom and say, "Hey mom, I'm gonna check on the little neighbor kid real quick. I think they're stuck in the street. Their bike, it's stuck out of the sewer again. I'll be right back." And I'm gonna go out through the front door. And
"Great."
I want to walk up to them, and when I unzip this creature's jacket and I look at them directly, I immediately understand that it's like an alien. And I say, "Oh my gosh, you guys found this alien life form. Its skin, it's the weight of Earth's gravity must be crippling it. Its skin is literally melting off of its bones, and the UV rays, it's practically toasting." And I will cover it back up very quickly, because clearly this creature is going through some serious adjustments to our planet. And I'm like, "We have to get it back right away before it dies. It must be an incredible pain."
ET Phone Hub. Oh, I can do this because I'm in a jacket. ET Phone Hub. ET Phone Hub.
We have to call and go
Okay.
to a satellite.
Okay, Penny, I'm right here. You can stop, please. I know you think it's hilarious, but it really makes the hairs on the back of my neck just stand up. And I'll pull them out towards the cul-de-sac and say, "Let's talk over here, I guess, in the bushes." So we'll be in the middle of the cul-de-sac where all the bushes and things grow, and there's a little circle where you can huddle down. I'm like, "Where did
Great.
y'all?" I look at Wyatt because clearly it has something to do. We just left Wyatt with Naomi. So I look at Wyatt, I'm like, "What happened?"
Very simple, tale as old as time. An alien spider bit me, and then it turned into this. End of full story. That's everything that happened, and you're caught up. Also, it knows some words from the dictionary. They know some words from the dictionary.
It does? And
Yeah.
I'll just sit back and contemplate how any of this could have happened, and I come up with two solutions. Either this thing is a shapeshifter, or Wyatt's blood has some sort of transmutative properties that I just did not factor in. And I write this down in my manual.
I'll
So I'm
I'll
just-
kind of look over your shoulder at what you're writing. Wait, what's good? Oh my god. Okay, do you want to bite me and see if you transform?
Oh, we'll hold that for a control experiment later. For now, it's not smart to do it with no variables established, and I'll just write all of the possibilities out. But Slate shifter. Thanks, Trooper. Means a lot. But yeah, I start writing all of that down, and I turn to Penny, and I'm like, Penny, you got anything to add? Like, what's going on here?
I'm trying to calculate different ways that we can send a signal into space. And once again, allegedly, I may have been involved in some kind of satellite and or telescope hacking, but it was really more of an adjacent sort of thing if it did indeed happen. And I'm not taking any questions at this time. So we think that there's definitely some way that we can hook together a rig and put a signal out in space. And I think we can all agree this thing needs to go home because this thing can't stay here.
Oh yeah,
I think we can all agree on that, right?
Yeah, the weight is
And,
crushing for it.
And
Yeah, it's like the blobfish, right?
When you say, Penny, when you say this thing can't stay here, you gesture to the basket on the on the Razor scooter, and it's actually just a mound of the jacket that the creature ET was in, and then y'all immediately see that ET is perhaps no longer in this basket, and you look up and you see that the front door of the house where Hazel came out of, the door is now open. And we're going to flip over to Jezebel. Jezebel, you're in the house. What are you still jazzercising?
I think I actually have taken a little break to drink
Of
some
course.
water,
Of course you would.
make some notes about some moves that we
It's so water break.
tried, and Hazel's like twisty fist move. I want to work that into my routine for my Saturday classes. So yeah, I'm just chilling.
Great. And you're just drinking your water?
Mhm.
Yeah. And then you hear the fridge door open. And just for clarification, what's in your fridge?
What's in my fridge?
Yeah,
Lots
if you're
of
in your kitchen.
snacks, but
Mhm.
also, yeah, there's like lots of good snacks because I'm not home much and Hazel has to like put together meals and snacks for herself, unfortunately. A good mix of healthy and like fun food, you know? I don't want to torture
Mhm.
my daughter and make her only eat healthy. So
Yeah.
yeah, just like good stuff. Ritz crackers. Is that good? I don't know. What's good snack food?
I like it.
Yeah, Ritz crackers. You hear the fridge door open and you turn, and you see this like little wrinkly raisin creature from a movie from your past, just fisting Ritz crackers into its mouth, and it looks at you and it's like, shoveling. Sorry, Ritz crackers into its mouth, and it looks at you. It looks at you, and it goes. And like little crackers fall out of its mouth, and it just goes, jazzercise.
Hazel?
And
I'm
then
gonna walk a
goes,
little bit closer to it.
Hazel. Yeah, it looks at you.
Does it look like it could be a toy or does it look alive to me?
Ooh, fun. Let's do
good.
a comprehend check for you.
It's really
Okay.
good.
That's very
All
good.
right.
That's very, very good.
Yeah, like would I just think it's a toy? All right, comprehend 5 dice.
You do have an added die if you want to use it, but
I
you can
I
roll.
do want. Can I just
Only
add one
5.
right now
Yeah,
after
you
I
can just
roll,
add
or
one
is it
right
too late? Okay. Come on, 6. Oh.
You cannot tell, and I think, yeah, you cannot tell if this is a toy or if this is real. No, you cannot tell yet from just like looking at it.
Okay, I think I'm going to walk over to it then
Oh,
and get a closer look. Huh, I didn't know Hazel was into ET. Wow, it's so realistic looking. And it talks. And
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
this is a very sophisticated toy. And it eats crackers, I guess. I'm going to try to pick it up. What?
Oh, you're gonna try
Can
to
I
pick
like
it up?
scoop it up? Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. You you go to pick him up, and he just immediately goes,
Oh my god! Oh my god!
"Oh!" You drop him straight to the ground.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like,
Oh.
um,
Oh no.
and then we'll just go outside for a second. Essentially, while y'all see this open doorway, you just the second that y'all turn, you just immediately hear coming from inside the house. And just for context, Jezebel is Jezebel the type that would scream back, or does Jezebel do something else in reaction?
Yeah, she would scream back.
Great, love it. So and then you hear just the sound of Jezebel screaming.
Sounds the same as the little thing. Yeah. Same scream.
She sounds exactly the same. You actually cannot differentiate. You know it's two voices screaming. You cannot tell who is who.
I do like a horrified like like oh no, the worst thing that's happened has happened, and I give you guys just like a wide-eyed look and I book it for the door like I'm gone.
Great.
Penny follows.
Wyatt will run with his scooter over his head, drop it on the lawn so he can leap through the door behind the two of them.
Oh, that's a move roll for you, Wyatt.
Okay. All right. Hey, you know who probably doesn't realize that you have to raise your foot when you get through the door?
Oh.
Can I take this? Can I take this one?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Take it.
I'm not exactly sure the layout of the house, but in my mind, you kind of make it through the doorway. There's a foyer, and then like to the right is the kitchen where the screaming is happening, where my two friends have made it. I, however, trip I get my foot caught like on the step. I fall. I hit the doorknob. It tears my shirt half open. I'm drenched because I ran here. I skid on the ground and have a bloody nose immediately. My feet like scorpion up over my head as I come to a stop, and then slam my feet into the ground. And see all of the screaming beside me.
And the second that your nose starts bleeding, E.T.'s nose also starts to bleed. And E.T.'s nose is bleeding, and then E.T. notices that E.T.'s nose is bleeding, and E.T. is like,
Oh my gosh.
Hazel, what is this thing? What is that thing? It's not a toy, is it?
It's something. It's just not supposed to be here. Let me get rid of that for you, and I will like grab a blanket from the couch and just throw it over it, and I'll try to like pick it up, and I have like no idea what to say to Mom because
It looks like E.T.
Well, a lot of things look like E.T., like stuffed toys or stuffed, paraphernalia. I mean, you were really into it when you were a kid. Are you sure this isn't yours?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
This is a skin bee. It's a new line of Furbies that is purely based on skin. It's like the hairless cat of Furbies, and it exists. And we've been working on it as a project for the science fair. Even though we go to different schools, it's the state level science fair.
Oh my god! My eyes just drop. I'm just like,
I feel like in this instance, Jezebel has mom power to see right through Penny's bullshit. I'm not letting you roll for this. Too much has happened.
oh my gosh.
That thing is alive. It's a lie.
I put it on the counter and I say, Mom, you can't freak out. I mean, it could be a life form from space and it might actually need our help. And I'll slowly uncover it to look at it. And I don't know what I see underneath.
You see in ET. I mean, ET's been out of the cover. You re-swaddled ET when you got in to hide from your mom.
Yeah.
So you re-swaddled ET, and now you uncover ET. So Jezebel, for you, you've already spent like a considerable minute and a half with this creature. It is nothing new for you to look at. I think the experience is just uncovering something
Yes.
that you already saw.
For me,
And
I just ran in and I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm covered up real fast. But I wanted to see if I like heard it or anything, or like, what is it good? Did my mom kick it? Because I would.
ET's nose is no longer bleeding. ET looks pretty fine. ET looks maybe a little like weirded out by the amount of attention that they have gotten in this moment. And then ET looks at you and says, Hazel.
And I look at it and I say, do you want to go home?
And then ET just like nods. ET's just like
Vibes.
ET's just vibes. And then ET says,
Yeah.
and then ET says, ET phone home. And Hazel, actually, can you do an empathize check for me?
Yeah, I sure can. Let's empathize. Oh, cool. I'm actually capable of that. All right.
I should hope so.
I mean, I got one.
Ooh, great. Yeah. Hazel, what do you like intrinsically begin to understand about ET?
I peer into its very big eyes and I see a naivete that or however you say that word, sort of naive like wonder or gaze. And it's like seeing a small child lost in Target and you're just wondering where their parents are and you have nothing but, just this passion to just get them home. Like it's the number one goal now. So I just kind of lock in. I'm like, oh, it's kind of cute. We got to get it home.
And while that's happening, Wyatt, your nose is bleeding. You've maybe stumbled, brushed yourself off. You have like an insane sense memory about a time that you were lost in Target looking for your parents. and then E.T. hops off the counter and looks at you and is like, Wyatt, Penny, Hazel, Jezebel, E.T., phone home. And then E.T.'s finger begins to glow, and E.T. puts it onto the TV where the Jazzercise video has been playing on mute. And the TV does this weird thing, and it rewinds for a moment. And it rewinds through the breaking news and back to Mayor Slasher, Thomas Slasher Jr. And he's holding up a beet, and he's like, it looks like so much blood, but turns out beet juice. We killed the shark last week, and we're on the beat today. Also, much bigger, more important news, we're excited to be launching the Slasher Town's first international radio station. That's right, Slasher Town will now be getting into the podcasting and radio telecommunicating business. We repurposed a section of Slasher Town Hall and government offices in order to make more contact with more cities around the globe. It'll be opening soon. See caves? What caves? Anyway, back to the news. And then the Jazzercise starts playing on full blast again.
That's it. We need to go to City Hall. that place will have enough juice, enough antenna, everything we need to get an interplanetary signal out. And I've read
That
about
plan-
this. Yeah.
Mhm.
I look at Penny.
That plan is unbeatable. Penny's already on board. She heard breaking into City Hall and she was like, yes!
Not fire. You're nothing about fire explosions, but she did hear breaking into town hall, and that was enough for her.
That's great, Penny.
Wyatt-
I'm so glad we're on the same beat. Yeah, Wyatt, what you want to say?
Well, I was going to say Wyatt is like half paying attention. Has taken a like used paper towel out of his pocket, torn it, stuffed it up his nose, kind of cleaned off some of the blood, and is trying to like make himself like pull his torn shirt together to make himself look presentable in front of Mrs. Morrison.
Before I attend to Wyatt, my first priority is like I'm gonna turn around real slowly after saying all that, and I'm gonna look at my mom, and I'm gonna be like, so I'm sure a lot of things are going through your head right now. You are a very, very pragmatic woman. So here I'm just gonna give you some quick facts. If we don't take this thing back where it came from, or so help me, it will be experimented on, and you have taught me the importance of all life and everyone's agency over their bodies. And I think we should help this creature that clearly is suffering the horrible effects of this planet and get it back home. Secondly, yes, I do know a lot about radios. Don't ask why. I have a manual of everything at this point. And lastly, it would mean so much if you could help us.
You know what? You've convinced me, Hazel. I'm going to call in sick to my Saturday night job just so I can help you kids break into City Hall and get this little alien person back home.
And I like well up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I get to do something with my mom. And I give her like the biggest hug that I can give her.
Oh.
And on that well up, you hear from the front door. You hear a loud knock.
Expecting someone?
I wasn't. I'm going to go check it out. Look through the peephole. See who it is.
Yeah, you look through the
Penny
peephole.
grabs a lamp just in case.
And you see, if I hadn't have literally just lost my sunglasses, this would have been great. But I just lost my Ray-Bans. Sorry, sad. You look through the peephole and you see a man and a woman in navy blue suits with sunglasses on. One of them is chewing gum.
Oh no. I'm going to turn and put my back to the door and like motion to the kids to just be quiet. And I'm going to
I'll pull them
mouth-
both. I'll pull them both into my mom's room with ET, and I'll shut the door because there's just no way.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Into which room? I'm sorry, I missed what you said.
Into my
Hazel.
mom's room. Her room connects from the living room, so she just walks out.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, you're in your mom. What does your mom's room look like?
It's very clean. It's very nice. It almost smells like lilacs. And she has this nice, like, green spread, a beautiful painting of, some would say Nubia, but just a nondescript goddess who's in all armor, and it's just very inspiring. It's gorgeous. Green curtains and nice shades, and it looks out onto our bushes in the background. I cannot turn that accent off, or that lisp off. And it opens up into the bathroom and all of these things. It's a nice rug. It's very nice green mute colors in this room. Of course, there's her own personal TV. Like, she stays up. She likes to watch, her secret like anime that she got from the thrift store. 'Cause she's that kind of mom.
Mm-hmm. It's all true.
Amazing. And Jezebel, you open the door, right? I mean, that's what you're. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Open the door, and they it's the two agents, and one of them, the male one, looks at you and he's like, "Hey, hey, let me find this voice for a second. Hey there, I'm Milton Michael Maxwell Miller, and this is my associate." And she's like, Gina. I'm here from the preservation committee. Is there we're looking for a small creature, raisiny looking, obsessed with Reese's Pieces, which are not as good as the far superior M&Ms. You know those ads with the anthropomorphic Reese's Pieces? I don't think so. Only M&Ms, and yet this little guy is going around with Reese's on the hunt for Reese's Pieces. So we're just looking to have him for our preservation committee because we need to preserve him, ma'am. And then Gina's like, what he said.
I'm sorry. The only creature I see around this neighborhood is raccoons, and oh my goodness, they get into the trash. They are impossible to get rid of once they hunker down in a neighborhood. They have a whole family of raccoons. Can't get rid of them. But those are not raisiny, so I don't know if that's what you're looking for. The raccoons, the raccoon family that lives in my backyard. Is that what you're looking for?
No, actually, those are my favorite animal. I don't really consider those so much as something that needs to be handled, so much as there's something that needed to be petted. We're looking for a what can only be described as a. It's gonna sound silly, ma'am, and it's definitely not this, but as a perhaps between us, a man in what appears to be an ET suit. There's a bike parked out front with sorry, not a bike. There's a razor scooter thrown haphazardly into the front yard with a basket on it, and over the basket is a jacket. So we can only assume there might have been a kid running around on a razor scooter with a little raisin-looking man in an ET suit, hidden up in the jacket on the basket of the razor scooter. You know anything
Oh.
about this?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
We're gonna do a charm check.
Okay.
I believe in you. You can do this.
Okay. Do I have any special?
Do you have anything special? You don't have anything special come in.
Okay, still possible with 4 dice. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Oh, what happens when one is
Oh.
cocked? Do you see that? I've never had a digital
what?
cocked die before. One of them is between 4 and 1. It never landed on a, or at least
Oh.
digital.
Just
weird.
keep the 4. Just keep
Yeah, I'll
the
keep the
4.
4. I'll keep the 4.
Wait.
Never mind.
He looks at you in a way that gives you a clue into the fact that maybe he's not quite buying this, and he's like, well, you know, you wouldn't mind if we took a peek inside, would you, ma'am? It's the community thing to do.
You know what? I'm running late to work, and I'm a single mom, so I work like 5, 6 jobs. I could get fired, and you wouldn't want like a single mom to lose a job because of this, right? I already told you I haven't seen anything.
Gina's like, I'm a single mom.
Oh, hey girl, what's up? And I try to high five her.
She doesn't. She does not high five.
All right,
She
Gina.
absolutely leaves you hanging.
Yeah, Gina.
And she's
cool.
like, every second you don't let me into this house is another second I'm away from my kid.
I know my rights, and you need a warrant.
Boom.
The guy's like, you caught him on that one. He's like, just why don't you give me a second, ma'am? And the two navy blue suited team, they sort of take a step back from the door and they just start whispering to each other.
I'm gonna close the door and lock it, like a lot. Lock it a lot.
Great. You close the door and lock it. And what do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna tiptoe to where the kids are, to my bedroom. And would I know of a way to sneak out of this house that would be hard for them to think of? Like, not just the back door, but like a different way.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the only like true way out would be through the back door, or I'll give you like an entryway into a garage, but the garage door is closed.
Okay.
So you would have to open the garage door, and the garage door is on the side of the people in the navy blue suits.
So so I go into the bedroom, close it quietly, and I say, okay, the feds are here. We need to distract them so we can get away and head to City Hall. Any ideas?
You say this to an empty room because we, as brilliant children, have hidden in the only space we will never be found, under the bed.
Wait, are y'all in here?
I've gotten the supplies out of my mom's bathroom, and I've basically patched up his nose and any other bruises and scratches he has. And yes, we have obliged and we have hidden under your bed, Mom.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'm also just going to give that E.T. did rummage through one of your drawers when everybody was hiding under the bed. And E.T. is now wearing a Jazzercise headband as well.
Wonderful.
Oh my God, my precious baby.
Yes. Okay. And when you say, and how the bed is revealed, I'm gonna do how the bed is revealed. But how the bed is revealed is you say the feds are here and they're looking for you. And then just from under the bed, you hear very softly, "Hey, cab."
Their statement.
I look at White. I'm like, you taught them a lot of things. Great job.
They're a quick study. I duct tape my shirt back together.
I climb from under the bed. I say, Mom, we gotta get in the car. We can just drive by them. You just got. We'll hide in the back.
Yeah. Do you want me to use the voice on them? Because I can use the voice on them.
Oh my God!
Apparently,
Penny.
it's very scary and not a normal whisper voice.
Penny, please.
Yes. Wait, Penny. Can you use the voice to call in a weird threat that'll call them away from this house, and then we'll drive off?
I look at Penny with like
I can.
dagger eyes. I'm like, Penny, what are you doing?
Okay.
But they
No,
clearly.
it's fine.
And then y'all hear a knock again.
Oh, great.
But this knock is different than the other knock. It sounds maybe a little sturdier. It's a little heavier of a knock. And it's also coming from the back door, the door on the other side of the house. The door sort of toward where Wyatt crashed toward when he entered. So it's almost like directly opposite the other door, clear on the other side of the house. It's the back door to the backyard. You hear just another knock again.
Oh,
the feds have got us surrounded.
Invasion of privacy.
It sure is.
I start throwing things that I think are important in my backpack, because I just have it out in the living room. I'll run and just start throwing things like the feds really are about to bust in. What were you gonna say, Penny?
I was gonna say you have like a landline phone, right?
Mm-hmm. Of course, yes.
Okay, and do you have it in the living room where if I call that they might pick up from my cell phone?
If you call them or our phone?
I'm gonna call your house and I'm gonna pretend to be their boss and I'm gonna use the voice and scare them.
Oh, so I should let them in and then okay, got it. Yeah. Oh God, I'm scared.
So you go out there and you talk to them, and I'm gonna call your phone number, and you're gonna put them on the phone, and then I'm gonna use the voice on them. We're gonna see what happens.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do this from the car. Okay. So I show them the garage.
Yep.
And
you three head to the car. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this.
I'll climb in the trunk with E.T.
Well, you can't just get to the car yet. You got to cross through toward the garage, yeah? Because we're still in this living room as you pushing stuff away.
Do I? Oh, benevolent GM, do we have an attached garage, or is it?
I was
I'll
thinking.
give you have an attached garage, but it's on the so in order to get to the attached garage, you do
Yes.
have to cross between the two doors, the two opposite
Yes.
doors on the house to the
We gotta
other side,
sneak.
like a small down area.
Okay.
Yeah, so you would. It is sort of a situation, and just to make it a little more complicated, because I didn't describe the house at the beginning, so I can do it now. In the in the back, there's a big window to the back door, so it's like but they're at the knock is coming from a glass door behind, but it is possible to sneak. Like if you were to crouch low, it's not like there's furniture and stuff to sneak behind. The front door they can't see in. You drew the blind, so the front door is chill. But the back door, whoever's knocking at the back door could potentially see you.
Okay. So, if you all crouch down and follow me, I will take my time going to the back door, so I'm kind of covering you sneaking away across the house. Okay?
I would follow you to the ends of the earth. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm very scared of authority figures, and I think it's kind of cool that you eat Ritz crackers because my mom doesn't eat gluten anymore. So I just want to let you know how much I respect you. That's all.
Well, thank you. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
Your mom is in my jazzercise class, by the way. She's doing great.
Is she?
Mhm.
Wow. She said she was against organized religion, but exercise?
Nothing religious about jazzercise.
Very good.
It's
That
amazing.
is very good. Okay, so yes, I just for GM purposes. So our plan, I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. They're all going to sneak while you walk toward the back door to talk to those people, so that they can call from the car to scare on the home phone that it is whoever is calling them. Great. Okay, great. Who is sneaking first?
I probably should because I gotta show them where the garage is. So
True.
yeah.
And
It is your house.
not this isn't necessarily because of mom van, like this is not, you don't have to use sneak for your mom vantage, but I am going to give you a +1 because your mom is part of the plan and is blocking you, so it's sort of like a team effort here, so you will roll a sneak with a +1.
Awesome. Here we go. Yikes.
Oh,
I could
Got
add
him.
the mom effect because
You
why
have to.
not?
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Just, just
You could use the
Yeah,
mom effect.
yeah,
It's not that it's just it's going to be it will be +1 on this stat for the rest of tonight's gameplay.
Oh,
It's not just
cool. I mean, it's
Sorry,
my only real like body of like thing. So I mean, it makes sense because we were doing jazzercise.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm happy
Let's
to.
add 1. Let's see.
I'm happy to do that. Let's see if it comes through. Oh, it's a 5. It was a 1 off. Well, nice knowing
so-
y'all.
Hazel, you're the first one to take a step, and you step on ET's foot because you didn't look down before you started crouching, and you step on ET's foot, and ET just goes, "Gargantuan!" and screams out, and then suddenly the knocking from the front door gets more urgent, and you hear from the front door, you hear the Milton Michael Maxwell Miller going, we can hear whatever's going on in there. What's going on in there? And simultaneously, the knocking from the other side of the door gets more intense.
Oh my God.
And they do see the people on the other side of the door, because you failed this. They do not see ET because he's too little. He goes under the furniture, but they do see Hazel go down, and they do see you, Jezebel. But Jezebel, that also means that you see them.
Mhm.
Because you see them see you. And what you see is that where the people at the front door were in navy blue suits that looked sort of now, these people at the back door, it's a man and a woman also, but they're in black suits. And they also, cut of the suit is a little different. It feels maybe more of a time when you were a kid. It's reading a little more 80s than it is reading of now. And those people, they're
Interesting.
still knocking and looking.
1 second. So sorry, honey. Turn down that movie, okay? We have some visitors.
Okay, I'm turning it down. You know, I just love my words like gargantuan, gorgeous.
Yes,
Oh
great.
man, gillywog, right? Yeah, so many words. Oh man. Mm. Uh, if mom's answering the front door, I will try to. Can I answer the back door?
I was still
Uh,
heading towards the back door
she's
because
yeah.
my body would block the rest of you trying to sneak past. So I'm still
Yeah.
like, am I at the back door yet, or
You can
almost
be at,
there?
you can be at the back door. You can be at the back door about to answer it.
Okay.
And Hazel,
And
do
are
you
the
want
rest
to
of
answer?
them? Yeah.
They're
Okay.
passing through. I'm going to give that Wyatt and Penny and ET have made it now toward the garage. We'll get to them in a moment. But Hazel, are you going with them toward the garage, or are you going to try to answer that front door?
I've got to answer the door.
Okay,
I
great.
can answer the front one.
Wyatt, Penny, you get to the garage at the same time that whatever's about to happen is about to happen. And you open the door, and what kind of car do you see in there? What kind of car does Jezebel drive?
Red Mustang, all leather seats, very classic. In like we are talking like perfectly polished. Like the tires are just chef's kiss. Little pine air freshener in hanging in
Love
the car.
Love that. And where are y'all? The keys will say we're hanging on the garage door, like on a little corkboard that you get the keys. Who's gonna sit where? What's your configuration gonna be in this car?
The Mustang, notoriously known for the biggest trunk with the most space. I will hop in there with ET.
Great. How do you get ET into the trunk?
I'm gonna find like a box of storage, like on a storage rack, and it has like an inflatable pool in it. I'll take the inflatable pool out. I'm gonna like take it up and over ET, fold that in to put the box inside the trunk with me, and then close the trunk, which is another box. I'm putting a box inside a box, but I hid the the inflatable pool in the garbage under some trash.
Great. And Penny, where are you?
I'm in the front seat because I'm driving the Mustang.
Amazing. Meanwhile, at the back door, are you answering the back door, Jezebel?
Yes.
Great. You open the door, and these people are going to sound a little more up here. Hi there, ma'am. My name is Milton. Just Milton. I'm not giving a last name. And we are here from NASA because we are here to pick up a classified subject that we believe that you have in your possession.
Listen, the people at the front door already came here looking for some creature, and I told them I haven't seen anything like this. I don't know why you're harassing me, and you need a warrant if you want to enter my home.
He looks at you and he's like, people at the front door?
Do you not talk to each other? You government agencies? Yes, there are people in blue suits at the front door.
Government agents? If you could just give me a moment, ma'am. And the guy in the black suit turns to the woman in the black suit who hasn't spoken yet. And they just start they take a couple of feet back and they just start whispering to each other while they're at the front of the door. At the same time, Hazel, you open the front door, I'm assuming? Is that where we're going?
Yes.
Great. You open the front door, and they're like, Milton Michael Maxwell Miller is like, hey there, little girl, what do we hear? What was that scream sound?
Well, first of all, it's none of your business. Me and my mom, we're just enjoying our Sunday jazzercise and squabble combo. We yell out words as we dance.
You
I
yell
may
out
have
words.
tripped and stubbed my toe. But man, I
And-
got that $20 word.
And the $20 word was gargantuan?
Gargantuan, you best believe it.
You think that word's worth $20?
Probably in your vocabulary.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
What a great burn.
Can you do a weed check?
Got him.
Wow. I'm just so done with these people. All right. Something good. Yes. Oh
Yes.
my God.
Whew.
Describe how that insult lands.
He just goes back to elementary with his teacher, Mrs. Valentine. And she is so desperately trying to teach him the word gargantuan, but he struggles. And he struggles throughout middle school, high school, even college. He only knows how to say it, but he still can't spell it. And it just gives him the most psychic burn. It's like it hurts his brain that he's really just that like stunted when it comes to spelling the word gargantuan. And yeah, his face, it has to blush red. Has to. Like secondhand embarrassment.
You also sort of see you get the sense that he's sort of like That's So Ravening back into his high school life. And he's just like he comes to with like G-A-R Gan, and then he's like, so what if I can't spell? I'm in the research committee for Granville Eco, and then he looks up and he sees the people in black suits talking to Jezebel, and he's like, I'm sorry, who are they?
I don't know. You probably couldn't spell their names either. And I am going to go and slam the door in their face.
Get him, Hazel. Show him ours.
You slam the door. You slam the door in their face. Epic. And Jezebel, what do you do when you see these people in the black suits whispering?
I'm going to say, listen, my daughter and I are very busy. I have to go to work soon, and you are disrupting our flow, okay? There are people in blue suits at the front. I suggest you all talk amongst yourselves. Goodbye. I slam the door and lock it.
How this worked out is that you both slammed the door at the same time. This whole interaction was exactly it mirrored each other perfectly and is stunning and brilliant. And then what do y'all do?
I lock eyes. I point to the door. Let's go.
Let's go. We're out. Mm-hmm.
She does the traditional roll out symbol, like just the sign.
Wheels up.
I go.
Great.
Yeah.
You roll out, you get to the car, and you see Penny in the front seat. You absolutely do not see Wyatt or E.T., but I think Hazel, just because you know him, you immediately just put together that he is in the trunk.
Yep, I sure do.
Hazel,
I grabbed my giant mom purse on the way out of the house, by the way.
Of course.
Oh, perfect. Oh, grab your giant. Can you describe your mom purse for me?
It is black pleather, and it has very thick straps so that it doesn't hurt my shoulder too much, even though it still does because it's very heavy. And it is filled with just like everything a mom could need for herself and for her kid. So there's definitely some Ritz crackers in there. There's a compact. There's my wallet. There's like a little medicine kit. There's like literally everything you could possibly need, and a book probably.
Amazing. And just you see that the Ritz crackers have indeed been opened. And some have been taken out, and you also automatically put together that ET is in the trunk eating Ritz crackers.
Okay.
And Hazel, where are you sitting in the car? We've got Wyatt in the trunk, Penny in the driver's seat.
I will sit in the back row behind the seater. Yeah.
Great. So you're sitting in the back, and Jezebel, where do you sit?
Well, at first I instinctually go to the driver's side and I open it and I say, "Oh, Penny, do you even have a driver's license?"
I have a driver's permit. Does that count?
Okay.
Technically, I drive with someone with a license.
You know what? We're
I-
short on
that
time.
counts.
We're gonna make it work. And I close the door and go to the passenger side and get
I
in.
say, wait. Now I look at my mom and I say, "You're the adult," and I say, "You're supposed to be hiding, Penny. I know you want to drive this car, but actually,
Hiding?
you get in the back seat. They don't know you're here. Hide."
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I grab Penny and
Penny
I drag her in the
crumbles.
back. I jump in
All
the
right.
front.
I'm
I know she doesn't
I need
want to.
the hours.
Oh man, but yeah, I
I'm
stuck
gonna
her in the back.
yeah, then I will from the passenger seat climb over the gear shifts and get in the driver's seat. And I'm like, "Okay, kids, let's ride." And then I press the garage door and it just slowly like stops waiting.
Oh man.
It's really loud too. It's like,
Oh god, wish this was quicker. Almost there. It's about halfway
and
now.
as you pull out, you see Milton Michael Maxwell Miller. He is crying and being held by Gina right now. As y'all drive off toward the town hall. Yeah, that's where we're headed.
Yes. Yes.
Great.
Mhm.
The town hall's not terribly far from you. It's about a 5-minute drive through town. And you approach in this Mustang. You approach the large government town hall. It's got think classic dome top of suburban town halls that are mirroring sort of DC vibes because it's the most iconic sense that we have. And there's a bunch of steps leading up to two big wooden doors with the Slasher Town motto engraved above the door. And Penny, can you remind me what is the Slasher Town motto?
Oh my god.
It's the place where Slasher lives. It's the place where Slasher lives. That's the town motto.
The place, and Penny gets it because she has to say it at every cheer beat, of course. So it's sort of engraved to her. It says Slasher Town, and above the door it says the place where Slasher lives. And you see a statue of the original mayor, Thomas Slasher Jr. Jr.'s, but now abbreviated to 1 Jr. as per lore. They're his great grandfather, and of course, at the steps you see just standard 2 Slasher Town security guards, and next to those 2 Slasher Town security guards, sort of down the street in the little driveway up to the town hall, you see an unmarked white van. And then to the right of the town, so on the other side of the town hall, is a little parking lot that has a couple of little cars in it. And that's what you see as you pull up.
Is there a back door that we could go to? If we're breaking in, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's 6:30 p.m. now, so it's past building hours. I'm gonna put that actually. Let's go to Hazel. You have that book, yeah?
Yes. I have that book.
It's always with you. Your trusty book of all of the things. Can you do a contact check for me?
Let's see. Can we contact?
And it's a +1.
Okay, thank goodness, because I got 2 now. Whew. Oh, yeah, no, we're not contacting anybody.
You actually, in like a moment of protest against Slasher Town during the ghost-faced killer murders, you actually took that page out of your book and you burned it. But I'll give because you threw it out to us, Jezebel. If you can give me a really good reason why Jezebel may have spent some time at this town hall, I'll give you a contact rule.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, here's the deal. Jezebel has lots of jobs, but mainly she runs a daycare. So she is a small business owner, and there are small business meetings at this town hall every month.
Ooh, great. Let's give you a contact check, and I'll give you a +1.
Ooh, this is like one of my best stats too, right?
Oh,
God,
crap.
my mother's connected
honestly,
like I said she is.
I am. I'm connected,
She is.
just not in the ways you think.
Oh, Mom.
I teach. Oh no, sorry, that sounded worse than I meant it to. Just like I take care of people's kids and I teach jazzercise and I work at the library and I have probably a waitress job. That's what I mean. I
Oh,
just
yeah,
know a
that's-
lot of people.
That's great.
Nothing gross or weird. How are there no 6s in there? What?
Actually,
Oh,
Damn.
actually irritating.
oh my God.
My headband
That's
is
also
so
a fail.
We were not meant to know anyone
hilarious.
here.
No. Yeah.
When you go to those meetings, you actually always enter through the front door, and it's always just held in the lobby. These meetings, and then you just exit right when you go, because town hall kind of gives you a bad vibe because you just don't trust
I don't
Thomas
trust
Slasher
this.
Jr.
No, I don't. I really don't.
So as far as y'all know, breaking into the town hall means sneaking in through the front.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
Okay. Can Penny roll an understanding check to see if she might know anything about the city hall?
Yeah, sure. We can all keep
I
doing
feel like Penny
understanding
would
check.
know something.
I won't.
It would be
That's
a
the thing,
contact.
right?
It would be a
Mind,
contact
comprehend,
check. She knew the motto.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, comprehend check.
Okay, you know what?
Holy crap!
Wait, we're
I have a
done.
You
reroll.
do
I have a
have a re-
reroll.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I have a reroll. Okay. Come on.
Okay. Oof.
Thank
All
goodness.
right.
Thank God.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, you do know another entrance. What is it?
There is an entrance. In the back, it is a storage unit. Penny's parents and Penny by extension protest at the city hall a lot. Like we're talking like a lot. Like they're on like first name basis with all the interns and such over there because they have thoughts about stuff. And so they also supply potatoes via the entrance at the side. So it's like one of those like like the like it's like slightly slanted on the ground and you open up and it's like metal and so it's like a back entrance for I'm forgetting the name right now, but it's like the metal thingy that opens up.
It's like a little hat, like a hatch. It's something that we love on the
Basically, yes.
a little hatch that you transport potatoes through in protest of the town hall. Did I get that correct?
Correct. That is correct.
Great.
And above the hatch, the Slasher Town motto is also engraved, but it's in Latin, which is "Ubi Slasher Vivit." I just
Ubi Slasher VFit. Okay, great. So y'all, we're gonna say, where do you want to park the car discreetly, Jezebel?
That little parking lot on the side of the
Great.
building.
Y'all park the car in the little parking lot on the side of the building. You hop out. Wyatt, was there anything else in the trunk? I want to give you if there was anything else in the trunk for you.
No,
No.
we had a. I'm sure there was. You know what? There's like a little basket that's got all manner of everything that doesn't fit in the purse that might be needed, but isn't like an every minute carry, but just like, oh, I've got that in my car. There's a little basket that's been like sectioned off and is prepared for any emergency.
Ooh, great. And in that basket, ET's gotten his hands on like a little like a massive Febreze can and has been like liberally spraying it in the car and just going fresh.
Oh my God.
So when I
Go.
take when I take it, like I keep him in the pool box, but it's just like leaking Febreze spray out of it, almost like dry ice, just a trail of fresh stink behind it.
It looks pretty Spielbergy when y'all pop out of the trunk, because like as it lifts, just like the classic fog comes out and y'all emerge from the back. Great, and you make your way to the hatch, and I'm assuming, Penny, are you the one opening the hatch?
Absolutely.
Great. You open the hatch, and of course, because you said potato, the first thing you see in the hatch is Blipsy Poughkeepsie with all of her potatoes, and she's like, "Oh, hey there, Penny. I didn't know that you were gonna join in the little protest too. I'm just dropping off the protest taters into the hatch here. Oh hi there. Oh, Jezebel. I've been meaning to hit up your jazzercise class. Yeah, I hear really good things. I could use getting on my sizer. And oh, Hazel and Wyatt. Oh, you love your protest taters. Would you like some? Oh, you guys are just the cutest kids. You know, you're the cutest kids. Why are y'all here so late in the day? Are you helping with the protest taters?
Yes, we are. We are helping. We are helping because we need to get our friend home, and that is what matters. And we're here for freedom, for potatoes, for Ubi Slasher Vivet. So we need you to help us for Slasher Town.
I'm not even gonna make you roll because I like that speech. A little tear comes to Blippy.
Blipsy,
Flipsy.
Blipsy, you monster.
Eye.
Oh,
Poughkeepsie's eye, and she's like, man, you remind me so much of home. And then
wow.
she turns and she's like, okay, I'm in to help. It's a real weird place they got going here. Since we've been here last, I'm taking off here. Since you've been here last, they put it all up. Yeah, they put it all right up. Sorry, I got so nervous.
It's all over. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Sometimes it just swaps and swiddles. Yeah, so I've been protesting, yeah, and normally when we come down here, but now there's all this tarp up here, and it looks like they're changing out the little tunnel here to be in the new radio podcast and telecommunication station. So if you just wanna come down here,
Yes,
and she just wanders off down a hallway that you now see is just like
Mhm.
like all tarp leading into like some other room. It looks like it's still under construction.
Okay, that's exactly where we need to get to, right, kids? I whispered to them, right? Radio. She's taking us to the radio. All right.
Yes.
Yes. Also, why can she whisper but not me?
I look
Time
at
and
Penny.
Age and wisdom.
Sorry, not the time. You're right. You're right. Not the time.
Oh man, do we sneak through this? Do we get through this hatch?
Yeah, you don't need to sneak.
God.
You don't need to sneak through here. It's like you're in like a construction zone, so you do fine getting through. It's after hours, nobody's around. But
And
you do
Blipsy
take
let us
that
in.
and Blipsy let us in. Truly, there was going to be security, but when you said potato, I was like, I think there's a better idea presenting itself for us.
Yes.
and you walk through the tunnel, or like this construction zone that's like lit terribly, and you sort of hear the echo of Blipsy being like, yeah, it's just this way, and you come to it's like a large, you have to like go up a few steps into like a large landing area. It's like, this is a massive room. It's clearly still under construction. It's the radio center. It's not quite built yet. There are plastic sheets up everywhere, and the stairs took you, it's like on the second floor, so you walked up this like flight of this like construction. The whole area has been walked off, so you're on the second floor. There are plastic sheets up everywhere, like these plastic clear tarps, standard construction material. Light is getting in through a window. It's sort of obscured and refracted by the plastic tarp, so it's lighting up the whole room pretty well. And it's sunset, so it kind of casts this orangey glow. Presently covered by the same, everything's covered in the same plastic. The room goes on farther, like there's more plastic sheets, and you can see sort of the outline, like shadowy things lining the walls on the side, but you're not sure what those are. And in the center of the room, sort of the like piece to triumph of the room, is a folding table, and of course on top of it a giant satellite dish, headphones, and a satellite box. And then there's like several feet, and then there's more plastic tarp, and that's where you see like shadowy things that you can't quite tell what they are. And I'm gonna just add that in this room, also on the side, there is just an absolute giant mound of protest potatoes.
Processed taters. So is the satellite that's on the table protestatoes?
Potatoes?
Protestados.
Oh.
Protestados.
Protestados.
Tell you what, I'll
Almost sounds Shakespearean.
protestados.
I'll protest to those. Like you said.
Protestados.
I'll test to us actually right now. Like,
Oh, do you want out? Do you want out of this? This is the bed that you made, filled
You
with
did this to
potatoes.
us. Truly, this is your fault.
This is your sack of nonsense. We're just rolling around in it.
It is lumpy and it's growing some vines.
Yeah. Yeah, the ones at the bottom, like the eyes have sprouted the roots, just like grasping for any sustenance. That's us.
Oh
That's us with this bit.
I'm sick.
Jezebel, what was your question?
Penny Hole.
No, Jezebel
Penny
had a
up
question.
Oh my god. Okay, so my
I'm like
question
secondhand
was-
embarrassed from my friends a little bit. I'm like, I turn to my mom. I'm like, Mom, I promise we're not like, this all the time. We have some really, really cool moments, but you got to accept this part with the rest of the parts. Okay.
I get it. You know what, Hazel, honey? I am really grateful that you and I have gotten to take time to hang out together and to go on an adventure, because you're growing up so fast. And soon you're going to be a grown woman. And so thank you for bringing me along to help this little alien get home.
What is he doing?
And then when you say help this little alien get home, Blitzby is like, what? And then E.T. like kind of springs out of the box and it's like, E.T. phone home. And Blipsy's like, oh yeah, one of those skin Furbies. Yeah, I ordered one and it shipped right fast. It's not nearly as advanced as yours are. I thought they make them better where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Wherever you're from, I'm sure they're
They make them better everywhere? Are you telling us they make them better every single place else?
Yeah,
Can I actually say that I went to high school with Blipsy, so I know where she's from, like where she moved from.
Oh, totally.
I'm the only one who. I'm like, oh yes, that's right. You do. You talk about that a lot. Yeah. Where you're from?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And then yeah.
it was. Do you remember that time, Blipsy, that you took me home to your where you're from for Christmas? That was so nice.
Oh yeah, it was so good. And you really loved the landscape, the way that it was both sea
Yes.
and it was also land.
Yes.
Good view of everything, a coastal town, but sort of in a Midwestern vibe.
Right, and it kind of
You know?
rains sometimes. There's rain there
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, and also drought.
Yes. So sad, the drought.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It's sort of like it's hot and cold. Yeah,
Yes.
and you really liked my marm. Yeah.
I did. I loved your whole culture. It was very, very interesting. I love that
You know?
like Christmas tradition you do only where you're from. That was really cool.
Yeah,
I really
we actually call it something.
Yeah, you do call it something. Special
do,
name for
yeah.
it and everything.
I know, and people love it.
Yeah.
They love it.
I just really
Well, that's-
respect how you hold on to your tradition, Blipsy. It's amazing.
Yeah, you know, you gotta hold on tightly, but you also gotta let go lightly. You know.
Yeah. That's a saying where you're from, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's all about making sure that the memory of where you're from remains.
That's right, Blipsy.
Yeah.
We all could learn a lot from you. You hear
When
that,
we
kids?
have our Christmas episode, it has to be called the holiday of something, or I quit.
Holidays with
100%.
Blipsy.
Yeah, you know, thanks. Yeah. You know, anyway, you know, enough about all the specifics of me. What?
You're the real alien
What
here.
brought- So I'm just gonna be out with it because I've been thinking this for a long time, but I just want to let the girl go on. Why do y'all have an ET looking thing? And why are y'all lying so much around town? You know, look, I'm always gonna be on your side. We went to high school. You went home with me. You're the only one that knows everything about me. You could ruin my life super easy.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm always gonna help you. So what do y'all need? Why did I help you sneak back here?
Well, we need that satellite to be hooked up, if it isn't already, so that we can. I look at the kids and I say, I think we can trust her, so that we can send this little alien home. It is an ET. You are correct, but it's not. It's not a skin Furby. It's an actual ET.
Oh wow, that's amazing. You know, when that movie came out in my hometown, everybody said yeah. Everybody.
Yeah, they said yeah.
Said yeah.
They said
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, they said
Mhm.
yeah. They
Yeah.
said
Betcha.
yeah. Oh no, we don't say you betcha where I'm from. That's a nasty word where I'm from.
Oh,
Anyway.
great. I forgot.
This bit is gonna kill me. It's gonna take. I'm gonna laugh about this for hours. Oh my god! I find a manual. Can I find anything that I can learn about the radio?
Yeah, why don't you do an investigation check?
Yes, please. Let's. Okay. Hazel is just like, you know how when your mom just talks so much at the grocery store, you just clock out and you go and you do what you gotta do, and somehow you still roll too
Oh,
Oh my god!
Oh my
okay.
god.
Well,
Okay, it's a fail. You walk toward the back. You walk toward the back, like past the where the radio is.
Yeah.
Looking to see if maybe there's a manual where those shadowy figures are.
Right.
You can't quite see them. It's a little darker back there. The sunlight doesn't quite reach. And when you stick your hand out, you cut your hand on something, and your hand starts to bleed a little bit. And your eyes are fixing. It's weird. It doesn't really make sense what you're looking at. You're in the dark, but it looks like you're looking into a like mouth filled with teeth.
I shrink back because clearly this would frighten me.
Yeah, totally.
Do I get to do anything? Can I back up?
Yeah, you can do whatever you can do whatever you want. The thing doesn't move.
Okay.
It's still.
I hold my arm, I go back to the group, and I'll say, there's something with teeth back there. What's in this? Isn't this just City Hall? Like, what is going on in here?
Oh my God, honey, and you're bleeding? I'm going to rush over with my mom purse and pull out a first aid kit and patch up her hand.
Yeah, I cut myself on
I'll
the
put away the
teeth.
Snickers bar I had withdrawn very quickly and just eat it.
I just can't wait for that to happen so I can be like, Wyatt? What?
I thought you might be hungry. No other
Thanks.
reason.
Oh, great.
And while that's happening, while you're patching up, E.T. saw that something like hit you, and sort of like defensively, E.T. like scurries over to the thing and sticks out his finger, and his finger casts enough light to shine on what now becomes visible to you, is a like large taxidermy looking giant shark from Jaws. It's the shark from Jaws, just in this construction zone, sort of like propped up against the wall. And as his finger slides down behind the tail of the shark, E.T. did not heal your pet. E.T. said, Mom's got this. I'm not doing the healing thing. And instead went straight to the shark and shines the light onto a body made of beets, like a sculpture of beets in the shape of a body. And keeps going and to a like an old school video camera that says like Slasher Town News. And then E.T. is like turns and is like, fake shark, and then like scurries back over to you.
Whoa. Wait a minute, tiny alien. Are you telling us that the shark attacks were staged by the governor? Tiny alien, I'm asking you a question. Is that what you're saying, tiny alien?
Like, not from planet.
Okay, fine. That's fair. Okay.
I don't know what's been happening over here, but just telling you it's fake. E.T.'s like, I didn't sign up for this.
Can I actually do an investigation check to see what else is in this room? Or if there's anything else? Okay.
Totally.
Jezebel is muttering also to herself as she does this investigation check and saying, I never trusted that Slasher Jr. I feel like they're hiding a lot of this town deserves a better leadership, better mayor. This is not okay. And my investigation roll. Wow, we are really not rolling well tonight.
I rolled 7 ones yesterday, so I just think it's like carrying over, truly.
Okay, because it's a fail, but not quite a fail. You go over to investigate, and you hear, oh shit, from behind the shark.
I'm gonna pull out a small flashlight that I have in my mom purse and shine it into the dark.
And it shines. You go step around the shark to do it, and it shines on who you know is Art McGarkle, the Slashertown artist who designed the statue of Slashertown Jr., who was on the thing for his beat sculpture. And he looks in the art. He's got like stringy white hair and like a baseball cap. And he's wearing a flannel shirt and also flannel pants. And he's like, oh shit, listen, it wasn't my idea, okay?
What? What wasn't your idea? You need to spell it out for me.
Our whole economy is based off summertime, okay? People were panicking about the shark attack, and we needed to find a way to solve it. So he had me, Mayor Thomas Slasher Jr. had me do a shark, okay? He had me make a shark so that we could show on the news that we had caught the shark so that people could go back to the lake, okay? The same thing with the beat sculpture, okay? But I don't have time to deal with this. And then he gets out and he's like, also, there's some little shitty alien on the loose. And then he sees E.T. and he's like, oh my, this is all happening so fast. He like steps out of the flashlight, steps back, he sees E.T. and E.T. is like, E.T. phone home. And he's like, you guys have him. And he sprints out the door.
Someone tackle him!
Penny is on it.
I knew it.
Penny heard the call for violence, and she is here to answer it.
Great.
Also, she
Would I know
also
how?
has
You wanna
lamp
roll?
that she
Could I lock
So-
the doors?
Let's do a move check. Let's do a move
Okay.
check for you. He's out the door.
Oh, he's out,
cleared
okay.
before you shouted
That's
anything, he's cleared the door, so he's running through that hallway. So Penny, you gotta chase him. Let's roll for a move.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Y'all.
fail.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know.
Today's not a good day.
That is like another level. He blows past you. He runs out from the hatch. You see him, and as you see him, you just like trip on the plastic tarp. He's been in and out of there 100 times, so he knew how to do it. You trip on the tarp. You bring some of the tarp down, and you're just sort of like covered on the tarp as the hatch door sort of auto swings closed behind him, and he's out there. But I'll say what comes clear to you is that like he's probably about to tell on you guys, so it becomes clear that you got to do something quick.
Well, this satellite dish should face towards space, right? So, can we get a clear line of sight and maybe boot this thing up and send a message?
I guess we
Yeah.
got to do it
And Penny-
really fast.
Yeah. Honey,
Yeah.
you're good at technology, right?
I like reading about technology, but really Penny's really good at coding. And I can help
Oh,
like
great.
point her in certain
No.
directions, and yeah, you are.
I think we could work together, and perhaps the combined roles there might be.
Oh,
a
absolutely. That
singular
was what I
six
was
among-
planning at the start.
There we go.
Absolutely. I'll tell Wyatt.
Absolutely.
I'll say, Wyatt, you're really good at, preparing for impending doom with a smile. So I need you to try to find a way to block us in here.
Shouldn't I take the satellite dish up or out or outside?
You can
somehow?
help with that too. Yeah. Well, is it? Oh, are we?
Mhm.
Would
I can bar
know-
us in. I can do that. Me and
Perfect.
Blipsy can bar the
Would I
doors.
know if the satellite being inside would impede its ability to send out a signal?
Yeah, I think you would know.
Okay. So, yeah, I am going to need Wyatt's help to move the satellite. I'll tell Mom. Please, come on. We got to bar these doors. Keep everybody out. I don't care what
Come
you
on,
use.
Blipsy.
Yep.
Blipsy, come on. Let's do it.
There we go. Oh, look
So-
at that. Working with old
Forgot she was
friends.
here.
So up above us, is there like a window on the ceiling, sort of like a skylight that can be opened where I could get up on the ceiling with the satellite? Maybe using some of the scaffolding and covered plastic stuff on the walls to climb up there?
And
What
I'll
am
tell
I
him
gonna
where
say
to put
to you,
it.
darling Wyatt? No. Yeah, you can have a skylight.
Woo! Creating the space, baby.
Great. Let's have you do a move roll for how nimbly you get up there.
Good. Deep breath.
I know, I'm breathing.
Yes.
Hey,
Right.
this is
How
what
do you
I
get the-
do. I'm not just trying to impress Hazel. I'm trying to impress Hazel's mom so I can come over for afternoon snacks and stuff.
To invite y'all
Yes.
over more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
Wyatt.
how
yeah,
do you get
I take the thing, I wrap it around my waist, using the cable, so the satellite is like swinging off my back as I take. I think maybe it's like a small, like a Zen garden has been set up that somebody was working at. I take it and smack it against my hands like chalk, so that I can climb up the sides of these scaffolding and swing. And at one point, I'm picturing Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible 2 in the opening sequence when he's climbing up on the rocks, and then I remember that guy's a dick and he ran away a whole bunch, and I'm like, no. And then I just focus on myself, and reach up to the top, look down at my friends before I shimmy my body up and out the window that kind of closes behind me.
I love that.
Yes.
Stun. And what are we doing here, Penny, Hazel, and Jezebel, as Wyatt gets to the roof?
I'm instructing Penny on how to boot this up, what signal it might need, whatever frequency these life forms may need to hear, and how to actually send a signal out.
Great.
Absolutely. And Penny's already like looked in at the any kind of like user interface that this piece of machinery has, and is like pulling up the terminal. So I'm guessing you're gonna make us roll. This sounds like a tech check.
Yep, it will be. But first, Jezebel, what are you doing?
Jezebel and Blipsy are barring the doors so that when the snitch goes and tells the feds, they can't get to us.
Yeah. And Flipsy looks at you and is like, this sort of reminds me of that time that when that thing happened at that bar that we were at in my hometown.
Yes, the annual log roll that's known in your town.
Yeah, to celebrate that thing. Yeah.
Yes, that famous thing that happened only in your town.
Yeah, that famous thing that everybody knows us for.
Yeah,
They don't stop talking about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And who that's dealing with tech has the highest tech stat for we're gonna do a tinker check.
I have 7.
Yeah, it's absolutely you.
Ooh.
Yes! Let's roll yours, and you're gonna get a +1 for something that I'll tell you should you succeed.
All right. Oh, thank God.
Yes!
I froze for like a second. I was like, what?
Describe how the tech works.
This is like old school technology. We're talking like C#. Like we're talking a language that like nobody uses, like one step up from Cobalt. So Penny luckily was, used to be the former president of the robotics club before she became a cheerleader. And so she's pretty familiar with this, she's done some digging. So she's able to just like root around the terminal and just be like, okay, and then we hook this up, and then we do this, and then we connect this. And these people need to, they have to have much better database like systems. Like this is just ugly and old, and you know what? That's not beside the point. Sorry. And she presses enter, and it lights up.
It lights up. I think even Wyatt, you feel some energy ricochet through the satellite dish that you're holding up. Hazel, your hair goes a little bit on edge.
Specifically holding it like high fidelity, or was it high fidelity, or was it what did that John Cusack movie where he's got the
say anything
boombox over
say
his
anything
Say anything.
Say anything. Yes, thank you. I'm doing that up into the
Say
sky.
anything. That was and Blippi looks at you and she's like, "Say anything." That was a huge hit in my town.
Yeah. Everyone said yeah, right? When they came out in your town, they said yeah.
They said, well, yeah, and then they said nothing. People said the movie said say anything, and my people said nothing. Yeah.
You're from a town of rebels. That's fine.
Everybody's a rebel. Everybody's a rebel, and everybody listens. You know,
Mhm.
it works
Yep.
out.
Yep.
And as that ricochets through, ET's heart starts to glow and his finger starts to glow. Wyatt, your heart starts to glow, and the machine just cranks to life, and there's static, and then suddenly you hear through this radio communication machine, you hear. And ET waddles up to the machine and is like, and as ET sings back to what is clearly some group of people that sound exactly like ET, all of the plastic tarps, they begin to fly off of the room, and the room looks sort of glorious. It almost looks like what they imagine this radio place to be once it's done with all of the designing. And they start to like become crumpled balls, and very quickly to all of you, these plastic tarps become the galaxy, and you're seeing the galaxy floating and spinning, and then they become one mass, and the mass opens and opens and opens and opens up to create a sort of, what is sort of obvious to all of you, is a map of Slasher Town. And in the center there's Lake Taurus, and lit up in blue in like a little plastic like clippings that have come out is the shape of the town hall, and then a line from the town hall through the center of the lake. On the other side of the lake, in a thicket of trees, and there's a little red dot, and ET points at that dot and says, ET phone home. And then all of the radio devices say, all the voice of the radio, all of the people through the radio say, come home, ET. And then the device just completely shuts off. Sparks fly out of it. It just bursts apart.
I look back at Penny, and I'm just like, did we just communicate with life forms beyond our planet?
Yeah. And more importantly, we gotta get this thing across the lake.
Oh yeah, this would be so great if we weren't being chased by cops and weird suit
And,
guys. I say, Mom, we gotta go,
uh,
and we gotta hightail it out of here. Wyatt, let's go.
Yeah, I open up the window. Hey, what happened down there? Is everything good? Are we still doing it, or did it happen?
It happened. We gotta go across the lake.
Oh, okay. And then I will attempt to very quickly ride the cable down, like slide down it like a fire pole, with the window closed up top, to rappel down.
Great. Can you yeah, I don't even want you to roll for that. I think you're the power of friendship has gotten you down. You rappel all the way down back into the room with them. And and ET looks at you guys, and he's like, friends, home. And on that, you hear from down below you the sound of a megaphone calling up through the window, because of course the dish sparked and it was seen from downstairs, and Art McGarkin has run out. You hear the sound of Milton Michael Maxwell Miller, and he's like, all right, we know that you're in there with the little raisin man. Come out with your hands up, and nobody has to get hurt. And you just hear the sound, and then you hear like a chorus of voices from below, just being like, mumbling and agreeing. And it sounds like there's several people there, but you're not sure how many are below you yelling up at you.
Okay. Let's think.
So some options are we could all shimmy up to the roof, but then we'd be stuck on the roof. Other option, nope, we can't set fire on everyone. We're technically inside. That would be bad. What if we tried to draw their attention somewhere else, and then as they were looking that way, we run this way?
I
There's
look at
got to
the
be a word for
potatoes.
that.
Yeah.
I
Tater.
look at
Also,
the
we've got the
huge-
beat boy.
Protestator.
Yes.
Protestator. Beat boy. Shark. I think me and Blipsy should stay behind and throw all these things at them while you kids escape with the alien, with ET.
Can I spice it up that Mayor Slasher Jr. would have like t-shirt guns? Because of course, right?
Yeah.
I heard the word
I'll
gun,
give you.
yes.
They're t-shirt guns that say that with t-shirts that are near the shark that say Mayor Slasher Jr. re-election 2023.
Ugh.
I grab some and I hand them to Mom and I hand them to Blipsy. And I say, I won't let you down.
Okay.
And Mayor Blipsy says, I
Mayor
just
Blipsy.
love a t-shirt. Did I say Mayor? I meant Blipsy Poughkeepsie says, I just love a good
Blipsy for
potato
Mayor.
cannon.
All right. Let's do this, Blipsy. I take out a t-shirt from one of the cannons and I look at it and I say, this person always runs unopposed. Someone else should run just to get him out of office. And then I throw the t-shirt over my shoulder, load the t-shirt gun with a potato. All right, let's do this.
I pick up ET. And I'm like, let's go, guys.
Hazel.
And I look at
I'll give
I
Penny a
look at
potato
Hazel.
cannon.
Thank you. I was literally going to say, before we leave, I'm grabbing a potato cannon and a couple of potatoes.
Yeah.
I look at ET
I
and
make
I
myself
say, yes, friend. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
I make myself a little bandolier of potatoes so that I can keep reloading Penny.
Great.
This is true country over here. This is
And
true country.
E.T. waves his finger and he lifts 3 potatoes and he like starts spinning them around and he's like, no need, cannon.
Oh, snap.
I'm like, wow. Amazing.
E.T.
Did anybody else just get really sad it doesn't snow here and we don't get to be in a snowball fight with ET? Okay, I'm sorry. Just had a weird flash in my head and that would be the coolest thing ever, but we gotta go.
E.T. suddenly remembers Christmas at home with his family in a construction company. And then E.T.'s like,
Shakes that off. Oh man. I'll say that Penny. I'll ask Penny to lead the way.
Absolutely. You got it. And Penny charges forward and just goes makes a beeline for where the hatch opening was.
great. So the Hazel, Penny, and Wyatt, you're gonna get away while Jezebel and Blippi are distracting.
Mhm.
Great. So let's start with. I think it makes sense to go to Jezebel and Blippi. And
Can I sneak in something before we leave?
Yeah.
But before we duck out, I just kind of turn back and call. Hey, Mrs. Morrison. It's nice to see where Hazel gets all her smarts and great adventurous. Yeah, you're very cool, and so is your daughter. Bye. And then I'll just walk out.
Oh, what a sweet, awkward kid.
And then E.T. runs back in, and E.T. is like,
Miss Morrison, it's nice to see where she gets all her smart from.
E.T. phone home. And then E.T. runs.
Competition wide.
Oh my gosh. I also get in
middle-
before we leave. Mom, you should run for mayor. They lied about the sharks. They even lied. I didn't even know what was it? What is he? Mayor Slasher Jr. even existed before today.
Yeah.
Go
You know
for
what?
it.
I am gonna run for mayor. That's right. Ha!
And I'll say, "See you at home," and I'll run out.
Okay, honey, see you at home. And then I load up,
Absolutely.
looking like freaking Rambo. I load up the potato gun, and I'm like, all right, Blipsy, let's do this. And then just fire
Let's go win
potatoes
an
out.
election.
Like through the window, or did you climb
Sure,
up onto
I
the
don't know.
roof?
I
Okay,
don't
great.
know.
Let's just do through the window. We'll make it easy. Can you do let's do a force check, and just because I want this to be on your side, and potato cannon and the power of your mysterious friend. Let's
All
give you a
right.
+4. So roll 8.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh my God.
Oh
my
Why?
That's so bad. That's so incredibly
That's
bad.
like
That's
real
so many
bad.
ones. That's
That's like
all of
real
the
bad,
ones.
y'all.
Oh my God.
Like
so
almost
bad.
half of your roll was
No,
one.
I am so
This is
It
sorry.
was
terrible.
half.
Can I just
Oh.
log? I'm logging into Twitch
Awful.
right now, and I'm
You have to
let me
post
give you
that
some.
so
No, I'm.
people can see it. That
How
was
much
bad.
is it? How much is it for the reroll? I need it. I need to
It
know.
was so bad.
I'm doing it right now.
She's about to die from potato cancer.
No, not my mother.
No,
I'm
absolutely
getting
not.
bits.
We
I
will
don't
not have
care.
this.
I don't care. I want how many bits?
Oh my God.
How many
Do I have a
bits?
reroll?
J Pistol came in.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
you have a
Thank
reroll.
God.
You have a reroll.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I have
wow.
never needed a reroll more in my
I
life.
don't care what chat was doing. I was going to do it.
Okay. Oh my God.
Yay! Way to turn it around.
This roll you saved my life.
Wow. Thank God. That was insane.
That was like,
Describe what happens.
oh yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna say me and Blipsy do climb up to the top of the dome and stick our half of our upper bodies out by the satellite, and we just aim down and we unleash potatoes. This is maybe I'm overthinking this, but I'm a little worried that doing this will it better my chances of a run at mayor or worsen? I'm gonna say yeah. Yes,
Can I
please.
offer? I think
Mhm.
it can help if you perhaps throw someone under the bus while you do it.
Yes. Okay. So when we get to the top, before we start firing, I'm going to say, hear ye, people of this town, Slasher Town.
Oh.
Let it be known.
Oh.
And I'm going to actually pull up the beat body and the shark too, and throw them down first and say, this Mayor Slasher Jr. has been lying to us. There is danger all around, and they have been hiding it from us and tricking us. Which is why I suggest you all vote for me for mayor in this upcoming election, which I think is soon, probably. Right, Blipsy?
Oh yeah, that election's really, really soon. And I just want to add, for all of y'all that have been asking me, I'm from, and she fires a potato at the same time that she says where she's from, but we do not hear it over the sound of the potato launching. And I'm even, just because we had this whole epic reroll moment, Jezebel, I'm going to give you that the potato shoots out, and you didn't even know that Mayor Thomas Slasher Jr. was there, and that potato hits him square in the chest and splatter. He's not dead or anything. It just splatters. It just splatters. and then you kill the mayor. No. It splatters across onto cameras that have now been drawn over from the side of the building because people have been filming this, and all the cameras are pointed to Mayor Thomas Slasher Jr. And while that's happening, yes, Wyatt being Mayor Thomas
I hate potatoes.
And then the
That's
news
what it sounds
anchor is like,
Protest
this is the craziest first Santa job I've ever had. But Mayor Thomas Slasher Jr. has been defrauded by Jezebel Morrison, who is running for mayor against him, and also he hates potatoes. Who hates potatoes?
a jerk. That's who.
And what defraud has caught him in fraud. You know what I mean? It's my first day. I'm nervous.
You're doing great, sweetie.
And then while that happens, the three of you bust out of this hatch. And as you bust out of the hatch, Wyatt, you see immediately to your right, you see your razor scooter with the basket reattached and a little white sheet over the basket. And next to the razor scooter, Hazel and Penny, you see two bikes.
I hop on.
Oh,
Never look a
absolutely.
gift horse in the
I'm
tail.
hopping
Let's
on.
go.
I put E.T.
Yeah.
in Wyatt's basket.
E.T. Fun Home.
I pat him on the head.
And then E.T. looks at you and is like, I like you.
Great.
And then,
I like you too,
and
E.T.
y'all take off toward I'm assuming we're going toward the other side of the lake where the spot is, yeah?
Yes.
Or
Absolutely. Following that map.
we go somewhere completely different. Y'all take off. Everyone is staring at Thomas Slasher Jr. All of the FBI are looking at them. You get all the people in the Navy suits. You get clear across, and you're pedaling. Can you just describe how fast you're going and what it's like?
I like the idea. Y'all want to describe the formation? Because that's very important. Like, who's first, who's in the back, like what's going on.
Absolutely. Penny is going to be in the back because she has a potato gun locked and ready to make in case anybody comes after them.
I'll be in the middle yelling like directions to Wyatt, who has to be in the front with E.T. in the basket and the white sheet that we've magically found from the town hall.
Great. Y'all are speeding off. You're speeding down the street. You're going down through windy roads to get to the opposite side of the lake. You're going through and going through. When all of a sudden, oh no. I thought everyone froze for a second. Oh my god. Sorry, something is burning in my apartment. It's fine. As you are speeding through the forest, going through the trees, you're almost at the other side of the lake, or not at the other side of the lake. You're almost at the lake. You're going over a little hill that leads to the lakeside, and from the other side of the hill, marching up, you see about 15 men and women, who knows what gender they are, in these NASA spacesuits, these big NASA helmets against the setting of the sun. These 5 men, or these like 15 spacemen popping up, 15 people popping up from the other side of the hill, marching toward y'all on a bike, all of them in a line, their heads reflected. What do you do?
I've seen this movie.
I trust that Wyatt has seen this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like off to either side of the road there is some sort of debris formed into a mound, a ramp, if you will, such that we could leap over them?
Absolutely.
I think Wyatt is excited and looks and sees like just maybe some cardboard boxes and like a piece of drywall that is knocked over, a couple trash cans that haven't been taken out yet because the trash the trash collection was late today just because Bob got sick last night from the burgers that he had at his favorite burger joint on his 42nd birthday. It was a good night mostly,
Yes.
but after that food poisoning, wasn't able to make it on time. He's been 3 hours late on all his routes. And that's why it all worked out so perfectly for this moment. But Wyatt doesn't know any of that. He just sees a ramp and a way, and he believes. And he starts pushing harder.
And y'all in between, so it's y'all, ramp, spacemen, and you hit that ramp, and let's do a move check for you, +2. Oh, yeah.
6s.
Thank
You
God.
know, you know what happens. Come on, you describe it.
Take off into the sky and leap, and my two friends behind me do likewise, and it feels as though we're going to land just short, right in front of these astronaut looking figures. But as we begin to descend and the stomach sort of leaves your body as if on a roller coaster at the height of a jump, there's a soft cushion and a push forward, not so far, not so much up yet. And then we scrape just over the heads, the domes of these astronaut-like figures, and we continue flying up over the sunset. If you were to look on from the side, you would see this beautiful silhouette of 3 friends taking their new friend, their alien friend, home. And together in that moment, they are bonded in purpose, love for each other, and this life form that they want to return.
Yes. And as y'all cascade into the sky, you see all of Slasher Town below you. You see the town hall. Jezebel, you see them take off into the sky. You see 3 dots, and you know exactly what it is. You've seen this movie. And they are taking off, except one's on a razor scooter, so it looks kind of funky.
Yeah,
and,
I like reach down and grab it and do a trick with it while I'm in the air.
Yeah, of course you do. And y'all are looking over at Slasher Town. There's a grill of a fish, of a whale, of a time, the new one that's being constructed. There's all of Lake Taurus, all of the trees. There's people running about. There's the spacemen sort of almost like fading away as if they've like gone back into oblivion. And then y'all start to descend and you land right at the base of a massive dome-like spaceship. It's all lit up. E.T. crawls out of the basket as the spaceship opens up. A ramp comes down, and another little E.T. Looks on at y'all. It's like from the ship, a silhouette of another E.T. that just says, "You're back." And E.T. looks at you. First, he goes to Penny, right there, like that, exactly like that. First, E.T. goes to Penny, and is like, what does E.T. say to you, Penny? What inspirational thing has E.T. gained from Penny?
E.T. looks at Penny and is like,
Sometimes you have to fight. Also, rhinoplasty.
and then move straight on.
And then Hazel, E.T. goes up to you, and what does E.T. say?
I went straight to Samurai Jack and thought jump good.
Yes! Hell
You
yes!
jump good.
And you jump good.
You jump good.
And then E.T. leans in and whispers in your ear, "He is good." And then steps back as the fire alarm in
Set
my
it
apartment goes
off.
off again. It's the sound of the ship in the background.
You
Oh,
literally.
nice.
That's exactly it. I was like, the ship makes a
Um,
sound because it wants people to know it's around.
And then E.T. goes to you, Wyatt. And Wyatt, what do you say?
We did it. You did it. You got us here. Now you can go home. It was great to know you as a person, and then as a scary spider, chasing you around all those tunnels. But now you're here. And you can go. And just know, I'll miss you. And then I'll give him a half crumpled bag or I'll give them a half crumpled bag of Reese's Pieces. I ate some.
E.T. looks at you, his finger glowing, and he says, I'll be right here. And he points to your heart, and his heart glows, and your heart glows, and then he says, you both say at the same time,
Super califragilistic expialidocious.
And then he waddles up to the ship, and as he starts to waddle up to the ship, Dirk Crentwood from out of nowhere runs up to E.T. and he's like, oh my god, this is the alien that's been on the news! And he goes to hug E.T. and E.T. just, it's sort of out of character for E.T. E.T. just very quickly turns and like just bites Dirk Crentwood. And then Dirk Crentwood is like, ah! And E.T. gets on the ship, turns around, and is like, thank you. And then E.T. gets in the ship. The ramp turns up and closes as Dirk Crentwood's arm just like squirts out a little bit of blood. And the ship takes off into the air as you all hear bum bum ba da 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 dum dum, seeming like it's coming from the trees, as John Williams' score just plays louder and louder. The ship goes up, the ship goes up, the ship goes up, and then the ship starts to fade away. It's a weird thing that you watch happen, but as the ship takes off and sort of turns around and starts to go over the lake, the ship starts to look less like a ship. It's sort of beginning to fade away at the edges. It's beginning to blur at the sides. And it stops looking like a ship completely. And then it just sort of looks like, it doesn't even like make sense to gravity. It looks like E.T. is just floating over Lake Taurus. And then one of E.T.'s arms snaps into itself. And then one of E.T.'s other arms snaps into itself. And then E.T.'s head snaps into itself as the fire alarm goes off. And the score stops being a score and it starts being an alarm. And E.T.'s head goes into his body. And then three legs snap out of E.T.'s body. That look, you can tell from there, they look like the spinner's spider legs. It's all happening at once. It's all very strange. And then it starts to turn white, and it fully becomes the spinner you all know and recognize as Naomi. But it's still hovering there. And now it starts to fall, and it starts to fall directly down toward the lake. And as it starts to fall, it starts morphing again. It starts turning like a weird shade of green, almost like a pale putrid green. And then you can kind of tell, it's, even though it's so far away, you can tell that something's happening to it, and its back becomes like a little tail, almost like an alligator's tail, but maybe you can't tell if it's scaly or not. And it becomes almost something completely different. And you just watch that thing the completely different looking sort of weird little animal thing just fall and plop straight into Lake Taurus. And that's where we're ending tonight's episode.
What? Hey, no, I actually, Dylan, I have a very important question. What are you talking about? What are you saying? What are the words that you're using to try to convey messages to my brain? Because I don't get it and I don't like it. I'm scared of it. I'm scared of it.
Yay! I'm scared
Yeah,
of it
it went
too.
from wholesome to spider, which is scary, and then worse. So, yay.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yay!
Hazel did not know that was a spider. I mean, that was Naomi. At all. Yeah. Didn't know.
Wow.
That whole time, Hazel
Fun.
thought that was a fresh new alien. But here we go.
Yay! This was fun. Let's go in a circle and introduce ourselves.
Do you want to start with me? Okay, great. I'm Trevor. I played Wyatt. You can find me on Twitter at HOWIETT or Trevor.Adams on Instagram. Hi, Tony. This is Hazel.
Hi, yes, I am Hazel, and you can find me anywhere at Chelsea Bites because I actually play Hazel, of course. Yes, I'm not actually Hazel. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all those places, and I also host Play Dead here on FearHQ right before this show. So if you want to watch something scary, we just played The Medium, and Mortuary Assistant would actually terrified me. So I would love to see you there. Gonna throw it on over to Penny.
Hi, everyone. I've been Penny. You can find me everywhere on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere at Hello There Shoe. It's spelled X and then U. I'm a great follow because all I do is tweet dumb things and show pictures of my dog. And on to you, our lovely guest.
Oh, hello. I'm Elisa Pearl. Oops. And I just pulled out my earbud because I was so excited. This was so fun. Thank you for having me. This was just so much fun. A little bonkers, and I love it. The best kind of horror comedy is bonkers. You can find me at Elisa Pearl on Twitter and Instagram, the real Elisa Pearl on TikTok. And I do not have a baking show. It's actually, I do dumb, stupid baking show pitches on my Instagram and my TikTok. So if you want to see those, you can go find me on
I'm
there.
sold.
I'm here for it.
It's very fun. I have a
and
million
I'm
of them.
Dylan Guerra, your host. You can find me here Monday nights on FearHQ as something happens in my living
Set it
room.
off.
So curious what it is. But y'all, this was a total blast. You can check out our Nightbot thing on our. Sorry, it's so distracting. You can check out our Nightbot, all of the cool, fun stuff that we have coming up. We have Slashertown on Mondays, along with Chelsea Bites Play Dead. We've got Wolf's Call and Fear on Tuesdays. We're going into Orphan, right? Clark Wolf will be talking about Orphan. And then we've got Fearcast on Wednesdays. It's really awesome. Check out your horror news. And on this Thursday, we're doing a Tales from the Walking Dead watch along. It's going to be a total blast. I think we're actually watching the show on the channel. It's going to be really sweet. I will be in the woods writing, but I will be tuning in as I can. Y'all, this was so much fun. What a fun episode. Thank you, Silviana, our producer, Brandon, our producer, and doing double duty as art director, Gayaka and Angel Mitsu, our mods, Jack, our fabulous community manager, and Fox, our lovely social media person, and all of our amazing friends that are watching along with us. Joe, our incredible tech director, all of you. This is so much fun, and we will see you tomorrow for an episode that, you know what, I'm just going to say, we don't need a surprise. We're going to get our kaiju on next week. So make sure that you're there.
Let's go!
Back in. And at the beginning, you just pulled me back in. Yep.
Oh, Lord.
So, yay! It's the episode I've been most scared to do, so make sure that you're here. This was so much fun. Yay! Have a good night, everybody, and see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Sound stirs things up. You can use rattles, you can use maracas, you can clap your hands. I also laugh audibly.
Why are you not shooting? What are you doing? What? Oh my God!
1950s kind of like B-movie image. So again, throwing back to the old school, the Universal monsters, and so on.